Imagine a league built by the people, for the people. A league dedicated to the economic development of your city. So the question becomes, how good are the 32 teams that play in the minor football league? Well, there's only one way to find out. You have to experience the MFL.
Welcome to another edition of Inside the MFL. I'm your host, Richard Myles Sr., CEO, Chairman, and founder of the Minor Football League. I want everybody, I'm saying happy Friday to everybody. I'm going to say this, and I'll be saying it from now on. Black lives do matter, and I want people to understand that. And now people begin to be checked on things that they was doing that they generally would not say. They are saying it now. So I just want people to understand that this virus is serious. The MFL, is the laboratory of change, meaning that we bring in former players from the field to the front office. This is our opportunity for coaches, GMs. This is a great opportunity for people of color. And I say that, and a lot of people are afraid to say that I'm going to talk up for our people in general, because every time we say something, we being racist. But when other people saying it, it's okay. So as you know, if you don't know anything about me, I'm one not to hold their punches and stuff. But I'm very excited about the MFL. As you know, we're the first league to not go the 2020 season, because like I say, I want to know what this virus is. Do they have a cure for it? And if you did catch the virus, will you be able to catch it again? These are questions that need to be answered. We're in the business of football, but I also think these young men safety and everybody a part of the MFL nation. I have some guests with me today. And you know what? I got a home guy for a change. The MFL is big because we're going across seas and stuff. But I got a home guy here, and it's ironic how how things happen. We went to a good council. I think I'm saying it right. Ricardo. Hey, let me bring Ricardo on. Ricardo, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Uh, I see you got your Maryland shirt on. I'm not going to, I'm gonna support everybody in the area, but I'm an Arizona State guy. You know what I mean?
Hey,
But then again, man, it's great to have you on. I'm also bring on my guest Leslie with the African. Leslie, I know you there. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm getting a little excited, man. I get tongue-tied when I get excited. Then I got a home guy on, Leslie. Can you believe that? I got a home guy on, and we just happened to hook up, do a mutual friend. But he's doing a lot of exciting things, and I wanted him on today because of what you're doing over there with Africa, with the MFL coming there. First of all, let me introduce my home guy, Ricardo. Niggas, tell people, man, what you've been doing and all the great things you've been doing, man.
Man, after finishing at University of Maryland, I just start taking a journey, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do next. With the next phase of my career. I had the opportunity to link up with former pro All-Star LeVar Arrington.
Right.
And he was creating a platform to develop kids and teach kids the proper fundamentals and safety of football. And with that, it kind of led me to wanting to expand and teach in other countries, because I always felt like it has to be kids outside of I grew up around so many people in the Washington D.C. Maryland area, and we always had kids that was from the African background, from Nigeria and different places. So, I kind of wanted to go where it originated from. So,
right.
I started my journey over there, kind of got tied in with the basketball foundation, and pretty much start picking kids from the basketball court. And you know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the St. Francis football program in Maryland, out in Baltimore.
Right.
Coach Messiah there was the first person to kind of give me an opportunity and let me play some of those kids from Nigeria to high school. So we kind of set a standard in Africa. One, that, you know, nobody thought the kids could even play football, but two, they can come over here, not only play, get scholarships, and a lot of those kids are graduates now. And we just got one of the kids who just signed with the New York Giants. So it's been an exciting journey to kind of see those kids go from people that nobody thought they can play to come over here, get, you know, never play 1 or 2 years, get, you know, Division I scholarships, and also get a chance to, you know, now play in the National Football League.
Yeah, and you know, it's so ironic that I'm from DC, and you know what? You're gonna understand. You're gonna know a lot of people that know me. I know a lot of people that know you, and we cross paths somewhere down the line. You know that. We probably just don't. We just probably don't recognize each other yet. But that's the great thing about DC. You know, and I know. If you're an athlete, somebody know you, especially if you was a good athlete. You know what I mean? Yeah, whether they like you or not. But I want to, you know, like I just want to say congratulations for all the great things you're doing that I'm just finding out about. And just like you didn't even know the MFL existed.
You know, the crazy thing, you know, after, you know, you get out of some of these schools, especially Division I schools, you know, from in Maryland, one of the phases that we push towards, you know, everybody want to go to the NFL, but one of the other paths is, you know, kind of trying to get a job at Under Armour. But I think if the kids at those schools knew that, you know, it was a league like this, you know, we all thought about, you know, Arena League or, you know, NFL Europe, or we never even knew that it was another option. So I think it's kind of awesome that this even exists, because, you know, a lot of kids, you know, they still want to continue to play. I think that's why some kids, you know, try to play semi-pro.
Oh man, you know, I hate that, cuz there's no such thing as semi-pro. If you're pro, you're not. That's what I say. But they didn't have no other options, so I understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
It's not marketing and promote. We just don't know about it. And I think a lot of kids, you know, if they knew that it was a real opportunity where it was a path where they can get an opportunity to get a look at the next level without going to Canada or, you know,
right.
Arena 1, Arena 2, you know, it'd be awesome.
And, you know, before I go any further, because I know we're going to be doing a lot of great things together. Absolutely. Tell LeVar Arrington that you did talk to Myles. LeVar, when he had the restaurant over there, and right. And we came for practice one day, and me and my coaches, I bought him to get something to eat, and the line was long, and his staff say, "Nah, well, it ain't no room for y'all." I said, "Go get LeVar." So LeVar came down, said, "Who is he talking about?" When we came down, he said, "Oh, Myles, oh man, get them some table, get them table." And you know, ever since then, I was gonna do my signing there, but the Washington Chiefs, I did it because you know, what's her name? I had the restaurant over from him. The what's her name? Gladys Knight. Remember she had the restaurant? I did my signing over there. So Bob said, "Dang, Myles, you could have talked to me." I said, "Well, you know, every time I try to talk to you, man, you got so many layers. I really don't, you know, have time for that. I just need somebody to talk." And he's a good-hearted guy. Don't get me wrong. Great guy.
You'll never have that problem again. That's.
Oh yeah, I know y'all. You know, like. But I also want to bring Leslie in, because this is somebody else that's working with the MFL on the side, on the African side, because, you know, the MFL put 16 franchises over in Africa, because we want people to understand that this is the last time people of color get an opportunity to own their professional franchise. And you know, you had opportunity in the league, I had opportunity in the league. I tell people, don't forget the NFL stand for not for long. You know what I mean? But now you got this league here, MFL, money for life if you own one. You know what I mean? So let me bring Leslie in, because I want to introduce him and stuff, because I know we want to get into this. Plus, we got somebody over there too that know a lot of people as well as Leslie. Leslie, come on in and introduce yourself to Ricardo, man, so we can get this this round table going.
Yeah. I'm the CEO and founder of Africa Sports Ventures Group, and we're a sports solution and services company, the first of its kind for Africa. Basically, we want to empower the sports space in Africa. You know, it's for 1.3 billion people on that side. Not everybody's going to be able to come to America. Not everybody's going to be able to go to Europe. So we have to provide opportunities for them on that side. So we talk about football. I mean, everybody gets to watch the NFL and all that stuff all the time, and we want the game to be transported and taken over there. We want to be on the soil over there. We want to create opportunities over there. So that's why I'm so excited about the NFL coming to Africa, having 16 franchises coming over to Africa to provide opportunities for the young out there. So we're pretty much at the point where we're very excited about the chances that we're providing for the youngsters on that side who will not necessarily have a chance to come over, but at some point in time, those who get to make the cut and want to come over to America, they can. But the reality is we want to provide opportunities for them on the African continent. So that's why the MFL is so important. And not only that, the economic potential is there with the MFL, having franchise owners on that side, be able to make the kind of money they're going to be able to make. I mean, that's really important. That's what this whole venture is about. That's why we're excited to partner up with the MFL. Like I say, you know, Africa Sports Ventures Group is a sports solution services company. We just hosted the first ever Pan-African Sports Conference over there. And when I say first ever, I mean that in the existence of Africa. This is the first ever Pan-African Sports Conference we just had a week ago. Over there, having all the stakeholders, having the president of Liberia as a keynote speaker. So we're excited about the opportunities that we're providing. We're excited about the potential that's there with partners like the MFL coming to Africa. So we are, I mean, it's only, I mean, everything is going to open up. So if you ask me, I mean, there's only potential there to go on the up and up.
It's so awesome to hear you talk about it like the way that you're talking about it, because me going back to Nigeria back and forth for, you know, I think it went 3 years total, and the kids that we was able to get over. What ended up happening with me coming up there doing my first camp in 2011, one of my campers who was actually too old to actually come over, like he was at best would have been a junior guy if he would have got that opportunity to come over. But what he ended up doing was, at ABU University, which I think is the third or second largest college in Africa, Nigeria. But what he was able to do was build the football program from the youth all the way up to some of the old guys. And they actually played I don't know if you was familiar with the football game that was played over there, but they actually played a full football game, the first ever in Nigeria, which was a historic moment where a team from Lagos came down and played the team from Zaria.
Okay.
And it was all started, from me coming there, teaching that guy,
Right.
and then able to, expand it. So I think what one is, and one of his goals is to, he's been kind of traveling around trying to spread the word, because we've been able to get so many kids. I think we had 14 kids that I was able to bring over that all end up going D1. So now he's been able to use, those kids as models to continue to inspire the youth over in Nigeria and some of the older guys too. So it's I think it's awesome what you're doing. I think Nigeria is ready. They're dying for this, especially from the success some of the kids have already had over here in the States.
And I also want to say, gentlemen, Leslie told me, he called me before the draft and he said, Myles, watch how many kids be taken in the first round from Africa. Did you not call me? And he said, I said, what? He said, Myles, watch how many kids be taken. So it goes to show you that we want to take, this going to be the first World Bowl ever. So the Super Bowl is great, but you're playing against people here. The champion over in the Africa country is going to play the champion over here. And we have Nigeria, we have Ghana, we have Egypt. We have so many countries that's so interested in this, and we talk to so many. But the great thing about this, Ricardo, as you know, the kids ain't got to come over now. Now they can play there. Now we're gonna take American. That's why I'm saying former players. The MFL is a laboratory chance because we want to bring former players from the field to the front office. The NFL talking about the Rooney Rule, which me and all of us know the Rooney Rule is BS. Why should you interview a guy that you know you're not gonna get the job to? Why not get the best guy the job, whatever color he is, doesn't matter. But the MFL giving our people of color opportunity to coach, to be GMs, and also teach players beyond the field. Because I don't know if you had a chance, Ricardo, I'm the CDC, get it, our PowerPoint about what we're doing with these young players, man. If you want to be a broadcast journalist, if you want to be agent, is there not enough black agents representing these kids? You understand? We're going to teach these kids how to be agents. All the things that we are doing is unheard of. When we went to meet with the NFL, they thought we was coming begging. Ricardo, we didn't. So after the conversation got a little heated, and they said, well, what do you want from us? I said, nothing. So you can imagine the look was on their face, right, gentlemen? I said, we wanted the lines between them because I don't want to hear, well, they get ready to start the Lions League. I told them right up, Ricardo, I said, give it a month. Give it a month, and I guarantee the fold. XFL came back. They had 20 years to get it together. But I told them what they're trying to do, I'm true to. I said, give it a month. Well, one for the virus, whether the virus came or not, man, that wasn't going to go. You understand? The NFL is the NFL. You understand what I'm saying, gentlemen? We're not trying to be the NFL. They who they are, we who we are. Everybody have a minor league system, but the NFL. Right or wrong, gentlemen?
You're right.
Amen. We have a developmental league. Ricardo, and y'all know most guys go in the NFL camp, and what they tell them, you got to work on your technique. You need this, that. NFL don't waste time with you. This is where you develop right now. This is the league you develop in. And the great thing about it, we're signing 53 players per roster. And as you can see, Ricardo, I know you got to be tickled. We all know it. You couldn't believe what you saw. Tell the truth.
For me, I think it's just so many people all over the world that love football and that can play. And I think, like you mentioned, it's so many people want to be coaches and want to learn front office. Want to learn how to be a part of a franchise and be a part of an organization.
And own a franchise.
Yeah, it's giving the world an opportunity to have their own small little NFL franchise, which I think is an awesome concept, and I love it.
And yeah. Go ahead, Leslie. I was going
to expanded opportunities, and you talking about. Let's just say the NFL is the only league in the world. I mean, let's just say that's the only league. You only have 32 teams with a 53-man roster, and that's the limit. That's it. That's up. But you got millions of people who want to play, millions of youngsters who want to play. Now you're creating a whole new brand new opportunity here. Giving a lot of youngsters who would never had a chance to the other level a chance at playing in the MFL. So it's I think the MFL is what the doctor ordered, for folks who are looking for opportunities in terms of playing football at a high level. Like you say, lots of opportunities. Now you look at it, given the background of what's going on in America right now with this demonstrations about the death of George Floyd. Now all that has to do with opportunity, the lack of access to opportunities. Mm-hmm. Floyd himself was here in Minnesota, looking for a job. Now, are you talking about creating opportunities in the community? You're talking about creating opportunities in places where opportunities are limited. So, I mean, you can have it any better than that in terms of, you're looking at bringing several sports franchises over there, creating a bunch of opportunities, putting monies in the hands of people who never had it before. Raising the standard of living for those folks who will be around in the league and being part of the league over there. I mean, the plus is so many. It's I mean, you can't ask for that in terms of this type of opportunities that's going to be over there on that side. So I just feel like what you were doing, working with Mr. Harrington and what you've been working with. I think everybody needs to look at how they can turn around and support the MFL. The MFL grow and become that league, that takes football to the next level in the world.
I agree, and I think another thing, Myles, too, also is, me traveling to Africa was the first time that I actually got a chance to travel outside of the country. Mm-hmm. So I think what it's going to do is also give Americans an opportunity to go over there and see places that we would never be exposed to. So football was able to take me, to Nigeria to kind of, it was there for, I was there to teach football and have a camp, but I wouldn't have never in a million years probably ever went to Africa, and then I end up, taking it from Africa and end up going to London and Mexico. So, right. My mind would have never thought that way if it wasn't for football. So I think what this league can do, it can give so many people from America opportunity to see places that they never even thought existed, and they even thought that football even existed over there, rather.
And also you think about the glass ceiling, gentlemen, that I always talk about the HBCU schools that coaches stayed too long, not because they wanted to, because they had a glass ceiling where they should have had jobs in the National Football League, was denied those positions because of color of their skin. And I say that, and what I'm saying is true. But here we don't want no one, and I tell people all the time, this is not the Negro League now. I don't want people to think that, but I want to make sure people of color have an opportunity, because right now we have to take American coaches over to Africa, and this going to be because we got to teach their coaches how to coach this game, because I don't want American coaches over there. I want African coaches over there. You understand, Leslie? I want them coaching, but they have to be taught properly. You know what I mean, Ricardo? So these are the things that we're doing. Also, we're talking about economic development, jobs, where there are no jobs. You're talking about apparel. You're talking about all of these types of things that coincide of what we are doing. And more importantly, I cry out all the time. Ricardo, people that don't know me, that I know don't know you. We need to be together, man. We need to stop that I got mine, you get yours. Because this is, I'm really serious about this. I've been at this for 25 years, and a lot of people didn't realize it was there. A lot of people shocked, and then when they see it, Ricardo, they took them and they say, wow, I didn't know about that. You know what I mean? But it's an opportunity, man. It's great coaches like yourself, Ricardo. They should have been coaching, man.
Yeah.
Should have been coaching. A lot of the guys that want to have the opportunity to coach. But we right here now, and we looking at guys' background, and we gonna sign them. We giving guys an opportunity to see how the front office is ran from the coaches. You know what I mean? And ownership.
And the good thing that's happening right now with the world, and what happened to George Floyd, I think it's, in a way, I mean, it had to happen like this, because I think now it's bringing people together, black, white, like for the first time, and maybe it took the coronavirus to kind of have everybody seated and being able to see something like that, because people working, people
never seen this. You're right. They never seen it.
We'd have been talking about whatever the football college.
There you go.
Coming, or getting ready for something, big events that's happening, but people wouldn't have been paying attention the way they're paying attention now. So I think
absolutely
it's a perfect time for everybody to come together. I think we're seeing it. I think we're getting an opportunity to kind of see it happen. And I think for a league to be able to spread, especially in America, for just for us to know, college players to know here. I mean, it's just perfect timing for people to come together and try to make a difference and build with each other. Because I think for the first time, you see a lot of people that you probably couldn't get on the phone. You probably couldn't, try to work together. You see everybody together, working together for, for a good cause. And then I think for leagues and different events and things happening, people going to finally start coming together.
Leslie?
Yeah.
I think, as you know, it's hard to, we tend to people dream. They want to go to the NFL. But the only problem with a dream, eventually you got to wake up. Ricardo, you got to wake up. You got to wake up from that dream. So I tell people like the HBCU school, I said, man, the MFL is here. I mean, we're here. We're giving you an opportunity you don't find outside of college football. For one, we're playing where ain't nothing else going on. No boys club, no high school, no college, no NFL. When we finish, that's when college and NFL start. Now you got to jump on everybody. Now the scouts can come there and see you, man. As you know good well, you understand the dynamics of this thing. Ricardo, think about it, Ricardo. Think about, man, all your knowledge of coaching, you lack what? The opportunity, right? That's all you lack, right?
Yeah.
Now look at this here.
And you know what? And I think what one of the reasons why me and LeVar, we building a program called Warrior Work, where we, help in building identity of kids, the parents, and like a whole culture. The problem is that, a lot of times people the families don't know. Like, me growing up, my mom worked. Like, she couldn't even really come to a lot of my football games. So it was really nobody there to kind of educate her on what I needed to do. She just knew I was, struggling trying to get an SAT score. So she would, buy me, try to give me programs and stuff to help me. But the biggest problem with the athletes, the parents, a lot of the coaches that's in these communities, they don't have the answer. And there's nobody there to really sit down and structure and say, hey, look, this is the alternative. Like, hey, you might not be a great football player, and you might not go to NFL, but look, here's an option for you to learn how to be a GM or learn how to be a coach and learn. And I think that's the one thing that, me and LeVar mentoring all these kids for all this time and working with, the youth and stuff. And one of the things that, and like I said, why we created the program that we created is because we want to empower the families where they understand. LeVar said all the time, him being a number 2 pick in the draft, it's so much stuff that him and his family didn't know. So better yet, guys that's not as, didn't come out as the number 2 pick in the draft. Like, what are you going to do when you're a free agent and, your time running out?
Yeah,
so
them contracts doesn't come with any instructions. I tell you that. He'll tell you that.
And you know what? And I think we had some great coaches. I think Mike Loxley, who's there, who kind of do a lot of stuff outside of football to help mentor and develop kids. He was, like a father figure to me. But college, the big time college is not set up like that. That's not. It's a smaller NFL. It's not set up to really, structure you in a way where it's really. It can give you a degree, but it's not really preparing you for life skills.
Right.
After football. You know
there
what I
you
mean?
go.
And that's the biggest that I think problem with, is, Kyle graduated from University of Maryland, great school. I love it, made some great relationships. But even with that degree, you still got to figure out how to navigate after that. It shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like that.
Right. What does it mean, Leslie, for the MFL? Go ahead, Leslie. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just going to piggyback off of what he just said in terms of opportunities and careers, and the fact that no one prepared a lot of athletes, youngsters coming up to get ready for life. If you don't get to make it to the big time, what do you do? Or when you do get to make it to the big time, what do you do after? And this is not just the issue with football players. This is a universal issue, with sports. And I see a lot of people who are. I'm fortunate to, after I used to run track, and when I got done, I laid that down. I let that I figured, okay, what do I do next after this? I kind of figured my way around that. So I started sports media on my own terms, and eventually I grew from there to the business side where I'm now. So it took a lot of years to get to where I'm at. I didn't have no guidance, but I do a lot of researching, I do a lot of reading, I do a lot of digging up stuff. A lot of people are not fortunate like that. A lot of youngsters are not fortunate. They don't have the guidance. Like you said, you're just with your mom, Ricardo. You're just with your mom, and who was out there to help you out, figure things out, So that's the issue right there. I got my boys, two of my sons, 6, 8, playing basketball. The coaches didn't care what they were. Those coaches didn't care about winning games, making them for themselves, and they care about where they ended up. So it was my decision to figure out what's next for them. So I went into digging and trying to find out a whole lot of culture in terms of recruiting the athletes from the high school level to the collegiate level, and then from the collegiate level to the pros. It's a whole other culture right there. Especially with basketball. They have this whole AAU thing on the side where most of your athletes that go to the pros come from, because that's the way they set it up. So it's like when we talk about recruitment, they don't even care about who's coming from high schools anymore. They don't go through the regular channels anymore. They go through the AAU team. So most of the college coaches got feeder systems set up with the AAU team. So if you don't play for the AAU team, you don't get recruited to play for X amount of colleges, whatever. So they have a whole different culture, with that. So if your kid is not fortunate to play in the AAU, it's going to be hard for them to get recruited to a D1 college.
Yeah.
So we got a whole different system there. So for folks who don't know, who are not into the sports business, families, mothers, fathers who don't know, they get blindsided with that because they don't know what's going on. They can't figure out what's going on. They seen all these kids getting drafted in the NBA or the NFL. They don't know the pathway they went through to get to that level. Now they're trying to figure out. They figure a lot of folks sitting in their homes, right? This is what's crazy. A lot of folks sitting in their homes and thinking coaches are going to show up to recruit their kids in a high school game. I've been to basketball games where I see families sitting around, see a guy with a well dressed come in with maybe a little pen and paper, whatever. It might just be a journalist. Oh, is that a recruiter? Is that a recruiter? They don't recruiters show up for those games no more. And I'm like, listen to me. That's back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. They don't do that no more. The whole system is just set up and it's kind of rigged for you, if you ask me. So it's hard. And I got to tell it like it is because matter of fact, we even know there's an FBI investigation to basketball recruiting in colleges right now. As I'm talking, there's an FBI investigation into that. About favoritism and all this stuff. There's a whole lot of other stuff that goes on in that one right there. But I'm talking about the MFL in this case, giving opportunities. Now we're talking about students coming out from wherever to play for the MFL. We're talking about careers now. Kids who, because that's the one thing I'm happy with talking with Myles when the conversations that we've had, the things that he has intentions of doing and helping the athletes themselves develop themselves, being not just players, but people that kind of give back to the community and all that. I'm sold. I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
You know what? The great thing of what you said about even like how the AAU model and stuff like that. Now you have the AAU model for football. Pretty much. Where we created the All-Star Bowl. The All-Star Bowl, we wanted to go out and pretty much find the top 70 elite kids in the country, bring them to we started doing it with Under Armour. It was the 8th grade Under Armour game because we felt like we can create a path all the way to the high school game. So it starts really in the 7th and 8th grade. That's when a lot of these kids are getting identified. But what we wanted to do, we thought the Under Armour game was great. We let those guys. We had a good relationship. We helped build something from the beginning. But the way that we wanted to kind of approach was to kind of, you get these elite athletes there, and it's just a football game, or it's just putting apparel on them. That's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to kind of teach and empower these kids, because we understood that if we identify these kids as some of the top 70 kids in the country, that these are going to be the same kids that's going to be All-Americans. Some of these kids are going to be pros.
We lost him there.
He'll pop back on. But understanding,
can I hear you?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Keep talking. It'll pop back on. Your picture will pop back on.
I can't hear y'all.
You can't hear me? Okay, well, go. I don't know if it's the storm. Go and come back, and when we'll get you right back on. So just go on and come back. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but and what he was saying, Leslie, right? But we need to go here and understand what we're doing in terms of what the MFL offer as a whole. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think the win or something lost him, and we'll pay to get him back. We need to understand that it's the cutting edge, as we say in there, in terms of educating these young people on beyond the field. You can't play this game forever. But if God forbid, what about if you get injured? Then what? So these are the types of things that we want these guys to understand, about the football. Football is a game, but we're talking about life beyond the field.
Beyond.
So, absolutely. So we want these young people to understand this game is not to be played forever, but it's a game where you can learn. We want the guys to be able to, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you got a degree in something, let us help you and fulfill your dreams. And even if it's not just football no more, it's a lot of, sports have so many, sports is like a Trojan horse. It's encompassed so many other fields in the sport that these people, young people, can get into. Trainers, sports agents, broadcast journalism, graphic design, marketing, PR. These types of positions, man. This is, and listen, what about announcing a game? Some guys might want to get in officiating games. So these are types of things that league with itself, it gives you such an opportunity to be a part of the MFL, and as we say, experience it. That's what's in. These are the types of things that we want people to understand, that we want them to be a part of what we're doing. And I know you are doing a lot of things over there. I'll let you expand a little more, Leslie.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing about it, like I said, career opportunities and job creation, what you bring into Africa with the MFL is you're going to open a whole nother vista of opportunities. It's a whole nother, a world by itself. Just a league by itself with 16 franchises, the players, the supporting cast, the media.
We got him back there. He popped back in there. All right, no problem. Go ahead, Leslie, finish.
Yeah. So you have all of these opportunities which are not over right now. You don't have a lot of opportunities over in Africa right now. And especially with this coronavirus, COVID-19 coming out of this, it's going to be tough on a lot of folks coming out of this virus with no opportunities whatsoever. So you coming in with creating new jobs, new opportunities. When you create jobs, first of all, you're creating a whole new landscape of opportunities in them. Because now you're putting money in the hands of people that's going to circulate in the local economy, and that's going to help a lot of other businesses grow. Well, we know what sports does in that community. You have a lot of peripheral businesses that really gets to develop. hotels, restaurants, you name it, sports bars. All of these get to surround what you're doing because they're all benefiting off of a particular franchise. Any franchise that you set up in any community is going to have a whole lot of what do you call
impact.
Yes, a lot of impact and kind of a rollover effect on a lot of other issues in that particular community. Game day, what's happening? What happened on game day? Teams coming to town. You got airlines that are going to benefit from that. Right. They're traveling from back and forth. You have a lot of. I mean, it's a cascade to so much in terms of opportunities. So, I mean, it couldn't be any better than that in terms of new pathways for opportunities in Africa. And that's the reason why I feel like it's so valuable, it's so important for the MFL coming to Africa to succeed. We're not just talking about the excitement of bringing football to play in Africa, but to the opportunity that it's going to create economically in those communities. Economically for a lot of, like I say, airlines that are operating right now, particular routes where they don't have a lot of, But right now, you bring the MFL in for the season that the MFL is going to run, they're going to have a dedicated, flight system that's going to be benefiting from the athletes traveling from one location to the next, from one city to the next. So a team that's traveling from Lagos, Nigeria, to go play in Johannesburg, South Africa, or from South Africa to go play in Cairo. You got all that. When you look at all those opportunities, that's you're putting a livelihood, you're putting a lot of food for a lot of folks.
Right. And I want Ricardo to finish because we lost him for a few minutes on what he was saying.
I think I was just talking about the All-Star game and how bringing those 70 kids and being able to give them an opportunity not just to come somewhere to play, practice where we can play football, but giving those kids a chance to visit a college campus, sit in classrooms, do a college tour, get a chance to go see the actual facilities and stuff early on, and then getting a chance to speak to the families and talk to them about branding and mental health. I think that's a lot of people, and I talk to some of my old coaches and stuff. Normally you'll have a kid on the team that we just always say, man, he crazy. He need somebody need to watch. A lot of these kids early on, they have mental health issues that nobody never talk about it. And then when you see them, in college and the pros and doing crazy stuff, a lot of that stuff we identified it early, but nobody got the kids the necessary help. You know what I mean? So I think one of the things that we've been able to do, with our game. It's kind of, it was kind of like a beta test for us to get those kids and, be around them. And these are some of the top, some of these kids got more Instagram followers than some dudes that play in the NFL.
Right.
And so they're so influential, but just getting a chance to be around them gave us an opportunity to kind of come up with a plan. So it won't just be about football. So these kids can be productive once, and they can understand that they are a brand. Their families can understand they are a brand because, we took that model and then you see some of these same kids got 40, 50 offers. But we was talking to those families and talking to those parents, about, and the kids, just talking to them about what would happen if you can't play no more. Like, what do you want to do? What type of profit that you, like, what are you into? Like, what's your family's passion? Y'all into, breast cancer awareness, and we had some, a family that was there, Jaheim Otis, his cousin, died of cancer. So we was trying to help structure that family with a foundation geared towards that. So I think a lot of these families, they need that structure early on. We don't have to wait, and, till they get to the pros, and then, the agent and all these people got to help them guys come up with foundation. That's stuff that the family should be doing early
Educated,
on.
right. Need to be educated.
You know what I mean? So
right.
That's all I was getting at earlier when, before I cut out.
Well, what I'm more excited about, I'm gonna go at two things. I'm gonna get back with you for a second. But what Leslie's saying, because the great thing about the MFL, Africa is one of the richest continents in the world. But you had two different kinds of currency over there. everybody taking their resources. But the great thing about the MFL, we're not coming to take anything. We're coming to give. You will own these franchises. That means the money will stay there. You know what I mean? That's one thing I'm excited about. You will own these franchises. These franchises not coming there and leave. No, you will own these franchises. And I'm excited about that. And also getting back to you, Ricardo, think about the fact that these kids don't understand. And I don't know if you had an opportunity to, when you were on my website doing your due diligence, that I was up on Capitol Hill rumbling for the kids about, the branding. Because you're right. Some of these kids got hundreds of thousands of followers, and they're not making no money off the jerseys. You know what I mean? So that's why I was up on Capitol Hill. Speaking up for the kids. Scholarships is not enough. You know what I mean? When these kids can't work, and then you tell them they can't make no money off of their likeness. But I will say that I am against paying players. And my reasoning for that is because it opened up a Pandora's box. You know what I mean? And I'll explain that to you, what I mean by that, because I think if you're going to give kids money, set up a foundation for them. So when they finish college, then wherever field they're going, at least they have a base, a foundation where they can get themselves an apartment or decide what type of business they're going into. Does that make sense to y'all? I think that's something that I was agreeable on doing, not paying players, because then you'll say, you starred, Ricardo, I'm third string, and I'm getting the same amount as you. Then I don't want kids to go out there, second or third string players. He can't come to practice where he's developing because somebody might want him to appear somewhere to sign some jerseys. Then they don't know about, you got to pay taxes on that stuff. Who gonna tell them about that? Then they get caught up and you didn't pay taxes, and these kids know nothing about that. That's why I say you have to be very careful with that. I think it should be a foundation set up for these players when they get to school. That's my take on that, gentlemen. I don't think that you can pay these players because now we know the NCAA is really bigger than the National Football League. We know that. You know what I mean? All these. But you think about, you got all Americans that don't get an opportunity to be invited to NFL camp. So we telling these guys that you have an opportunity here. You still relevant. You don't have to go across the country. You have an MFL franchise in your city or your state. You know what I mean? That's where you need to be. That way you'll learn about business. You'll understand the game. And you're around mentors that's going to care about you and not what you do after football. After you ain't playing no more, we don't care about you. That's not what the MFL is about, gentlemen. As you know, we want these kids to understand that, we're going to be with you beyond the field. These are things that we want to instill in them. And now that you are aboard, Ricardo, what does this mean to you, knowing that the MFL is here and with all the contacts you have with all these players coming out the HBCUs, and they're upset because they're not going to go to the NFL?
Right. I think it's awesome because so many of these kids they need an alternative, man. They just need, if it's not Canada, I think it's awesome.
But Canada's smart now. They made the country out. Canada's smart because they only allow so many Americans there.
Canada's been a great alternative because that's honestly been like the best league outside of the NFL for years. But just having something that's local, man. And I think, like I say, this is probably the best timing for kids to get empowered and understand that there are other options out there for you, not only in just the football part that the MFL provide, but just the business part of having, business-minded individuals to kind of help you navigate. I seen, you guys had Fred Smoot and some other guys. Some of these guys already been through it already. So Absolutely. Those are the best guys to be able to come back and educate you on,
what we're doing in terms of what the MFL doing. And I know you wanted to weigh in, Leslie. Go right ahead.
No, the opportunities, like we say, is now you have expanded opportunities for the players coming out of college from the HBCUs and other colleges. We're not even just talking about the HBCUs in this case. You got guys coming out of Division I universities that will be having opportunities to come to the MFL and play for the MFL, to play for a franchise in the MFL. We just want the MFL to grow and be the alternate league, and be as powerful as the NFL is. So we look forward to that, and look forward to the system growing and the MFL having that impact, not just here in America, but in Africa as a whole. It's massive. What's been done here? I mean, I know I'm talking to you, the owner, the founder and CEO of the MFL, but I want you to understand, it's pat me on the back and say, hey, man, you're doing a great job here. This is a great opportunity, period. This is a great another route for a lot of youngsters who are looking for a chance at actually fulfilling their dreams. It's about fulfilling your dreams. It's about meeting your expectations, and we want to make sure that they do it. Whether they end up playing for a franchise in America or go play for one of the franchises in Africa, the door's wide open. You know what I mean? Because I know at the end of the day, it's going to have to be players from every background playing, whether here in America or a player decides to want to play for a team over in Dakar in Senegal. Let's say Akon having a franchise over in Senegal, right? Yeah, so he might want some tough level players for his team as well. So he might recruit from some of the D1 colleges over here, So we're looking at all those opportunities. So it's massive,
Ricardo.
Love it.
Yeah, hey Ricardo. Also, I generally always take this a few minutes. Tell people how they can get in contact with you, my brother.
You can hit me up on Instagram. It's Ricky Riccardi on Instagram, or Ricardo Dickerson on Facebook, and contact me. And any way you guys need to get in contact with me, I'm available. Anybody important that you need to be getting in contact, you can give them my phone number, and we can go from there.
Okay. I mean, we're not going nowhere right now, but this is where we plug in how to get in contact with everybody. Of course, Leslie.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Leslie Koroma. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, but I'm not big on Instagram. That's more for the young crowd, I'm on LinkedIn as well. You can find me, Leslie Koroma, on LinkedIn as well. As a professional network, and I love being on LinkedIn. Most of my connections are built over LinkedIn. And so you got that, and then of course you can also contact our website, www.africasvg.com. That's for Africa Sports Ventures Group. So you can contact me in any one of those areas. And we work with a variety of things as far as the Africa Sports Ventures Group is concerned. Right now, we're in talks with some high-level, individuals and governments in different parts of Africa for sports-related ventures. So that's and I'm talking steadily. Every time I have the opportunity, I always plug in the MFL. Football is coming to Africa and keeping it out for the MFL, and we want the opportunity to have it in big markets out there, in the larger markets. So we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
Right.
I love the sound of that, man. I really
absolutely. And I always take this time because my producer them will get a fit if I don't say it. And of course you can the MFL, our website is mflishere.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all those platforms. We do a live show on Wednesdays at 5 and Fridays from 5 to 6. Also, our show Inside the MFL come on Saturday mornings at 11 to DC Radio. These are some of the things that the MFL is here. We want people to understand we've been here. We're not going anywhere, but our opportunity is is vast here. And I know, Ricardo, we still have an opportunity for GMs and coaches. Right now, we get a lot of resumes, but we want people in the areas where we had the franchise. We don't want people going cross country, because you know better than somebody like you in this area. This is where you from. You know what I mean? So, I want to just say to people, we got the resumes and stuff, and we will be calling you back. But, I always convey this all the time. We want your resumes from the areas that the franchises are in. You go to our website, social media, it lists where the franchises are, and we want people from those areas. It's not that it doesn't make sense to send somebody across country and he know nothing about that area. You know what I mean? So we want people to stay in the area, just like we want to keep the ball players in the areas that they're in. And right now, Ricardo, you got the Washington Chiefs in Washington there. They the 8-time MFL champions. They ain't won in a long time. We got to get that going. Also, we brought the coach down from Baltimore. We're gonna put the coach right out there in Maryland. We're gonna put the coach out there because we do have some connections out there with the AD out at Bowie, Clyde Downey. He's been real friendly with us in terms of if we decide to use that for the Maryland coach. You know what I mean? So we just looking. We want people to understand that the MFL is here, man. You don't have to worry about you get drafted, and don't worry about that. This is your opportunity to play in the minor football league, and we just looking for people to understand what we're doing. The NFL got 75 years on that, and I just tell people all the time, don't think the NFL started out like that. You know what I mean? They had 80-some teams at one time. So over the years, they had 100 years to get it together. And I think we're on track. We way ahead of the game. And this is our 25th year. This will be the first year that we don't go. And that's because we're concerned with the health of our coaches, our staff, our players. This thing right here is not a game, man. I had a friend that died from it. Several friends died. Young guys died from this COVID virus. And I had a family member pass. So, I tell people, you got to be careful. Everybody, yes, we've been getting a lot of players. We see everything. We're looking, but we're not. They asking us when not a combine. We're not thinking about doing nothing right now until we know for sure how this thing going. We go by the CBC stuff. If they say they talk about being a spike, as y'all, I don't know, y'all might have heard, gentlemen. I'm not chancing no guys going out there taking getting sick. What the NBA do, that's their business. The NFL want to go, that's their business. I think it's going to be the worst decision they ever make. But we know what's fueling that is money, gentlemen. You know what I mean? They got all, they got to get that money. But I don't think the money is worth nobody's life. And we confronted with something like that now from all the unrest we have now because of someone's life was taken and several people since then, gentlemen. And I'll give each one of y'all just a minute, a quick 10 seconds to weigh in on that, gentlemen. You might have something to say on that. I'll let you go first, Leslie.
Well, you're right. I mean, that's a good decision in terms of waiting for this thing to kind of taper out. Because it's dangerous. Like as you were saying, it's already news out there that we're having a spike in the thing, and so you're making a smart decision. And there's no money in this world is worth a life. So I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna die and leave it behind you. So thank you for thinking that way. And great decision, and that's why I love the way you think. And so that's why I'm with you. I'm riding with you all the way.
Ricardo.
I agree too. It actually hit home for me. One of my former teachers, Miss Crease, passed away from the virus, and also the basketball coach at Northwestern High School, Terrence Burke. So, it's just not. I just don't. It's just not worth it. I know from a business standpoint, especially some of the big corporations, they feel like they got to get back. But I think it's a, it was a great decision to, just health is more important. I mean, we always can, you'd rather be safe than sorry.
There you go, gentlemen. I want to thank you, Leslie, and I want to thank Ricardo for coming on. Gentlemen, y'all are watching Inside the MFL. I look forward to seeing y'all next week. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. You've been watching Inside the MFL. I'm your host, Richard Myles Sr. See you next week.